Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. In the last episode, we got the second residential tower built, and it is starting to fill in with workers. Construction is coming along. Over here, we got the technical services building, which is helping to deal with the sewage situation that is we're still working on. This is 61% complete. Almost all the resources. These 115 tons of concrete, which that'll come along. And yeah, with all the new workers and some of the increased amount of resources coming into the electronics assembly plant, which we are short. Electrical components. We'll have to look into that. We had some encouraging results over the course of the last couple of months. At least the last month. We actually were very well into the positive in terms of income. Not so much at the moment. If we can get some stuff exported, that will significantly help. Working on it. But it's at this point, what I'm going to try to do is do what I tried to do a little bit ago, which was see if we can leave a loan to start to burn down. Because if we can start getting some of these loans off the books, that is going to be very, very helpful. Oh, I'm missing a zero. There we go. Yeah, we're going to leave that one loan there. And see if we can let at least one of those loans start to burn down. Now, once this is finished, we're going to have to start feeding it steel so we can start making our mechanical components and then redirect all of our mechanical components imports to here. $10 tons of concrete. I'm also going to look at... Yeah, let's get you repaired. Keep the helicopters fixed up. Where's the other helicopter? There's the other helicopter. You're at 46%. Vehicle is in the process of being repaired. Excellent. Good. Now let's take a look at that sewer line. We still have a bit of trash needs to be hauled away before we can start trying to rebuild it. We have a lot of busted down vehicles that we need to deal with. You're working for the demolition office. Alright, let's see if we can get that replaced. That would be this demolition office, yes? The other one is also busted, so... Get a couple of replacements in. And because we don't need to to copy the any routes over, you know, we can just directly send them to scrapyard to get turned into resources. Make sure we have no other big traffic jams forming, so we don't get surprised by anything. All right. Snow's starting. Now we have plastics, we have mechanical components, it's electrical components. Where is the electronic components delivery? It's you. This truck. This one's about to make a delivery, but it is definitely not enough. Okay. I need a bigger truck. I don't want to spend that much. Four and a half tons. 4.5 tons and you're cheaper. That's slower. 4.9 tons. Significantly faster. Alright, do it. We need those electronics. Alright, load electrical components and deliver them there. This is going to be pricey. Wow, you got repaired fast. Or is this one still waiting? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we just went to 0 real quick. I also gotta look at my trains. Make sure... 23%. That's not terrible. 8%. That's perfectly fine. 35% is getting slightly more concerning. That's a very valuable cargo. We can't let the wear and tear get too high on these. Alright, let's get it taken care of. Alright, how are we doing for food? Okay, it's building back up. Good. You're at 20%. Okay, that's okay. You're the one that's was at 8. You're at 35. You're heading to be repaired. You're at 23. That's okay. We won't get you repaired until this train is done. What about the passenger train that goes here? 32%. Alright, we're gonna let it make a passenger delivery and then we're gonna send it in. The other one, 19%. That one's fine. We're going to say allow for repair. Alright. Head in. We're okay at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna see a little bit of a spike in expenses. But hopefully that gets offset with exports. that's gonna need more capacity. We just need this to be running at much higher outputs. We could use more doctors, that's for sure. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, notify me if that's empty. We definitely have enough room for more staff. And more workers. Alright, well that's done, and we have workers moving in. Good. Now, I can't supply it with anything just yet. And I could. Now, maybe we're not quite ready. Alright. I think I want to do something. That brings over extra steel. I think what I want to do is I'm going to repurpose this, because this is going to fill up with steel. What we're going to do is we're going to repurpose you. So discard the changes. So instead of unloading here, I want you to load steel. And then I want you to come over here and unload the steel. That'll be our first steel deliveries coming in. How's our train looking? Okay, that one's ready to go back into service. That vehicle is still being repaired. Yeah, because we need to get that one back in service. All right, well, we're not gonna be doing this just yet. Okay. Yeah. We need to get that maxed out on workers. Okay. This is more of what I've been doing. But I could put a bigger one in. Would that still be able to reach? It would still be able to reach. Wouldn't be able to reach the hospital, though. But that one, I want to try and make sure that it can share the electrical connection. It can. What are we talking? 23 tons of steel, 234 tons of prefab panels. Alright, let's do it. That's probably why that isn't being progressed really well. I know why this is really high. Electrical components. Uh, 87%. Yeah, 377 tons of bitumen that needs to get exported. I mean, it's down to 3%. Seven, 98, 99, 100%, and it's done. Go. Yep. We waited a little bit too long. This is going to be a full load, all 240 tons. $235,000 rubles. And it's still another full train load. Of course, this truck is now 100% wear and tear. Where's the train? I was kind of hoping that was gonna offset, but apparently not. Yeah, we got... What are we importing right now? Steel. That was a full load of steel. Where are you going? There. Okay. Well, yeah, we're also going to start importing steel because we're going to start moving it from here. Except that truck is completely broken down. That's a problem. Alright, I think I'm going to need a dedicated... I'm going to need a dedicated truck. No. Bring that one in. The other issue is that everything runs slower in the winter. 4 tons of electronics there. 1.1 tons of chemicals. So how valuable is that train going to get? Very valuable. Already? I mean, I know we're spending a lot more money all of a sudden on the electronics imports. Or the electronic components imports. And our electronics are starting to build up. Okay. I think that's the one that's exporting. Yeah. And you're not even moving. Why are you not moving? All right, I need... Well, we need to end the episode, but let's just take care of this. Alright, you're gonna be loading food. And you are taking that food there. We're completely out of food. And you are filling up, and yeah, we're just not pushing this out fast enough. Alright, but we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. I hope that the ramping up of the electronics production is going to help start offsetting some of this. But we'll see. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.